You wake up already tired, not physically, just mentally. There's a list in your head, things you want to do, things you should do, and somehow just looking at it feels heavier than the work itself. So you tell yourself quietly, I'll start tomorrow. Not because you don't care, but because today already feels like too much. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. My name is Alex, and I spend way too much time thinking about why modern life feels exhausting, even when we're doing everything right. If you're someone who feels mentally tired, overwhelmed, or stuck between wanting to improve and wanting to rest, you're in the right place. And if this kind of conversation helps you feel a little less alone, you can subscribe. No pressure. This channel is for people rebuilding quietly. Here's the thing. Most productivity advice treats procrastination like a discipline problem. Try harder. Wake up earlier. Push through resistance. But honestly, that advice collapses when your nervous system is already overloaded. Psychologists have found that procrastination is often linked more to emotional regulation than laziness. One study published in Psychological Science showed that people procrastinate not because they don't understand priorities, but because they're trying to avoid negative emotions like stress, shame, or overwhelm. So when you say, I'll start tomorrow, your brain might actually be saying, I can't handle more pressure right now. Motivation is expensive. It requires mental energy, emotional safety, and a sense of control. But modern life quietly drains all three. Constant notifications fragment attention. Comparison culture damages self-trust. Hustle narratives create guilt around rest. The American Psychological Association reports that chronic stress affects over 75% of adults, with many describing feeling functionally burned out, even while appearing productive. This is where it gets interesting. When your brain stays in survival mode too long, it stops responding to future-based rewards. Better life later doesn't feel real enough to move toward, so procrastination becomes a form of self-protection. Not laziness, protection. Here's what most people don't realize. Guilt around rest makes everything feel heavier. Identity pressure. I should be doing more with my life. Drains energy before you even begin. Comparison fatigue convinces you you're already behind. Fear of slowing down makes rest feel unsafe. This part is uncomfortable but important. Sometimes I'll start tomorrow is the only kindness your mind knows how to give itself. And no, that doesn't mean you're broken. So what actually helps? Not discipline, not harsh routines, but reducing mental load. Shrink the task until it feels almost silly. Not write the essay, just open the document. Create a safe start ritual. Same song, same tea, same chair. You're teaching your nervous system. This is not danger. Separate rest from guilt. Rest that's filled with self-criticism doesn't restore energy. It just drains slower. Replace tomorrow with later today. Not pressure, just closeness. The brain responds better to near timelines. None of this is about fixing yourself. It's about working with your energy instead of against it. Look, you're not failing because you procrastinate. You're tired because you've been trying to survive in a system that constantly asks for more than it gives back. Rebuilding doesn't need to be loud. Progress doesn't need to be consistent. And healing doesn't need to look impressive. If today all you did was understand yourself a little better, that counts. And if this helped you feel a little more grounded, consider subscribing. This channel exists for people rebuilding quietly, at their own pace.